there are annuities out there that have a very decent payout for that. And especially when you're not wanting to wait that long, there are some very, very good options out there for doing that. Hi, I'm John Stevenson, the Guaranteed Retirement Guy, and today I want to talk to you about the accumulation phase for annuities. So you've got an accumulation phase and you've got a payout phase. What's the difference? Well, accumulation, of course, you're accumulating funds, you're accumulating growth for guaranteed income later on. So that income phase can be very, very short. A lot of times people have an immediate need for income, and in that case, there really is no accumulation phase. The accumulation phase at that point usually lasts for a month, right? So maybe you've got $500,000 and you need income from it immediately. You put that money in, and then you turn on income immediately. So the accumulation phase, of course, is very, very short, and that is an immediate annuity. Now, in a lot of cases that I work with people, they are wanting income not now, but later. So sometimes they're looking for income in maybe 5 years or 10 years or even longer. And that accumulation phase, while it's longer, it allows the annuity to grow. And especially if you have an income rider attached, and that income rider might be guaranteeing, let's say, a 7% return every single year for, let's say, 10 years. So that's very, very valuable, because if the market is down during that time, you know that because you have that income rider attached, you have that 7% growth every single year for the purpose of taking a guaranteed income. So that can be very, very valuable. And so when you're thinking about accumulation, those years of accumulation can add up. And then, of course, as you have the withdrawal rate, which will also go up. So for instance, my withdrawal rate might start at 5%, and then maybe it'll end up at like 8%. And then my accumulation might start at my let's say $500,000 that I put in. And let's say I get a bonus for $50,000. Okay, so it starts at $550,000, and then let's say that earns 7% compounded every single year. Well, you can imagine at the end of 10 years, that $500,000 has compounded to a pretty sizable accumulation value for the purpose of taking income. And of course, the 5% withdrawal rate is not 5% anymore. Maybe it's a 7.5 or a 7.8 or whatever. It just depends on what age you decide to take income. But when both of those are multiplied against each other, maybe let's say your accumulation value is now $1 million and your withdrawal rate is 7%, then you know you're going to get $70,000 for the rest of your life. And so that's the value of the accumulation phase. Because if you have that time to allow that guaranteed annuity contract to grow, then you've got the value growing and you've got the withdrawal rate growing. And when they're both multiplied against each other, you've got a pretty sizable amount of income for the rest of your life. So accumulation phase is very, very important. It is very common to put money into an annuity and let it sit for 5 to 10 years. But a lot of times people don't do that. They'll have a short accumulation for 1 or 2 or 3 years, which is fine too. There are annuities out there that have a very decent payout for that. And especially when you're not wanting to wait that long, there are some very, very good options out there for doing that. So there are some annuities out there as well where people will set up, like, for instance, American Equity. They have a product right now where you can put the money in and they'll give you a 10% bonus. So let's say you had $1 million in, your account value will show 1.1 million, but then let's say they give you 7% for 10 years, which they are giving right now. And then after that, I think it's 4% for another 5 years. So, but the valuable part of that, of course, is that accumulation, but they also allow flexible premium payments, which means, unlike most annuity contracts that you will fund, American Equity will actually allow you to put that initial investment in and then add premium to it that will also earn that 7% every single year for your retirement. So that can really add up. And I have people that reach out to me and they're like, "Hey, John, I've got money in my Roth IRA and I want to put it into this annuity." And so we'll purchase the annuity, and then we'll have it inside of another Roth IRA. And of course, those have those limits. And so if you're over 50, those limits go up every year, and they have catch-up contributions where you can put that in. And obviously, it is governed by IRA contribution rules and your age, but you can put up to those IRA limits into that particular annuity every single year. Now, if it's a non-qualified annuity, you can put a lot more into it. So there are only certain companies like American Equity that will do that. There's a couple of others that will do that, but most companies will not allow you to do that. Most companies are single premium annuity, and you put in the lump sum, and that grows for your retirement. Now, you can always purchase multiple annuities. You can always purchase a few of them, spread them out, and say, I'm going to take income from this one in a few years, this one in 5 years, this one in 10 years. And that's doable because all of them are earning these contracted income value rates. Okay, let's say it's 7%. They're all earning that 7%, right? You allow one to earn 7% for 3 or 4 years, you turn on income for that. You allow another one to earn that 7% for 8 years, you turn on income for that. And then you allow the third one to earn even longer, and you turn on income for that one. Each of them are going to grow to different values because you let them sit and compound longer, which of course gives you higher guaranteed income later on. So you can tell I love talking about this. It's really important when you are thinking about guarantees, and you want to make sure that you're getting the most for your money, for your retirement. So anyways, I hope that helps. If you want to schedule a call, go ahead and go to the link below this video. There is a link to my calendar, and we'll talk about your situation. If you're looking for the best annuity for income now or later, if you're looking for the best accumulation, we can talk about that. Happy to go over it. Not going to pressure you to buy anything or do anything you're not comfortable with. Really, for me, it's just to provide as much value and as much education as I can. And then at that point, you'll have enough information where you can make an informed decision for yourself. Hope that helps. Appreciate you watching, and we will see you in the next video. Hey there. I just want to thank you for watching my video. I hope you found some value. And if you want to, leave a comment below, and I'll be sure to answer any questions that you have.